going to start off with the Pilsner, which is a 4.9 ABV and 30 IBUs. This is brewed with Northwest ingredients in the German style. So let's give it a try.
Let's try it.
By the way, it's really light. Fun.
It's heavier in the bud, lighter than a Bird's View Pilsner, but yeah, it's good if
it's
you like
right.
Pilsner.
Comment there, boy?
Well, it's got a little caramely or a little malty or something compared to a typical Pilsner for me.
A little more
a
going on.
little something else going on in there.
It's not as, I always use this word sterile, but it's not as sterile as what I would consider a standard German Pilsner. It's got a little more flavor than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that was good.
Yeah, it's straight
overall,
Pilsner.
pretty.
If you like Pilsner, you probably really like it.
I think you'd really like it, quite honestly.
Okay, the next beer we're going to do is Total Domination IPA.
Oh, go figure.
You are total domination.
Thank you very much. Feeling totally dominated.
hope not.
This beer was first brewed in 2006. It's a 6.7 ABV, 66 IBUs, and it is their flagship beer. If you're not familiar with the Ninkasi, you will be. You turn around tomorrow and this thing's going to be on your grocery store shelf because this is the beer that got it going, and it is going global. This will be everywhere.
You know what? They ought to check their porch.
Absolutely.
You know, they used to leave milk.
Like the Milkman. Tomorrow there's going to be total domination on your front porch.
That's a good idea.
TD.
Yeah.
That's a good idea for business.
Yeah.
TD
Don't
up
go
in
to
your
work in
grill.
case your wife's home alone.
Well, let's taste this.
Yeah, the Milkman's even worse.
I
The
guess
beer
I'm not
man's
going to
worse
work
than
tomorrow.
the Milkman. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Don't kick it over.
Go.
I beat you guys to it.
It's a nice IPA.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
it being hoppier, and you know what? It's not super hop. It's not super hop.
No.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
No, Super Hop's going to be the Tricera hops where we're
Oh,
going.
yeah.
So,
This is well balanced.
Yeah. Oh,
good
super
flavors, goes
Yeah.
on.
When we do our segment on what IPAs are, this is going to be one of them.
oh,
This is
absolutely.
a great
Stellar.
representation of a
Stellar.
typical Northwest IPA.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That went
this
down
is really good.
Well,
It
you
obviously
liked
did.
it.
Heck yeah.
So the next one, God,
Take 3.
Yeah.
take 10. Jeez, after a pint of this, that's all right. The next one is a new Renew Ale Porter, first brewed this year actually, 2012. ABV, alcohol by volume, 5.9. Brewed with 8 different malts and 4 hop varieties. Most of these are really rich, chocolatey type. Let's give it a try. That's good.
I like it.
Not as chocolatey as I would expect, but it's still really good, very subtle.
A little benign to me. I'm not sure it's my favorite porter. I'm not a big porter guy, but I'm not sure it's my favorite porter. Definitely porter.
No, and I would say the same thing. A little bit thin. It's almost like a dark amber to me, more than a porter. But definitely a porter, but a little bit on the.
Porters are probably one of my favorite beers. I mean, I love porters, and kind of reminds me of Grant's Perfect Porter. Probably not as big as Grant's, but still along
Good.
there. Still very drinkable, very approachable. I'd get this. I'd buy it in the store.
What do you think, John?
Absolutely. I like it. I like it. I have a pint of that. I
right.
found it to be a
Drinkable.
tasty porter.
Totally
Yeah.
drinkable.
Oh,
Usually,
you could drink. That's one thing about it. You could drink pints of it. I usually only drink a pint of porter, but you could drink that all day.
Yeah.
It's 5.9, and
Yeah.
I think that's a fun beer.
That's
good
good.
job. Good job, Ninkasi.
Oh yes, nice job.
All right, the next beer we're going to taste is the Slayer Dark Double Alt Ale. This is their sort of seasonal winter beer. It's a strong, dark alt style ale, and it's actually brewed at a colder temperature. Alt beers are brewed at lager temperatures, and still with the with ale yeast, but brewed at colder temperatures. It gives them a crisper taste. As a description of this beer says from the brewery, it's been Ninkasified. It's got a higher alcohol content and more bitterness than most alts, and so it comes out to be 7.2% alcohol, and there's 50 IBUs in this beer. Let's give it a try.
Heck yeah.
I like it.
Delicious.
It's really good. You know what? We had this in the bottle our first episode, and this is tons better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. You're
That's
right.
excellent.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
And you're right.
Slacker.
This was way better on tap. I don't know if it's got a little age or just
Yeah, it
tap
is.
generally is better. But boy, that's
Fair to say,
delicious.
true to a seasonal beer. I mean, it's got that little extra,
little spiciness.
little spiciness, little sweetness, little higher octane. Yeah.
Well, and that's what's fun about the Christmas beers is they're all completely different. You know, and that's different than a lot of Christmas. I think that when we did it, we had did somebody else's. There were two, and one was a real hoppy style and this style, and they were very different.
Yeah,
boy, but that's great.
And
That's
the
awesome.
brewery says that this beer has a lager-like flavor. What do you guys think? You think it's kind of like a dark lager?
Like a dark lager, a little bit.
you
yeah.
Kind of got that little something in it.
I don't
No.
know. I would disagree. I mean,
I've had a couple of dark lagers that were really good that taste a bit like this. And I've also had a couple of dark lagers that weren't good that didn't. So a good dark lager tastes a bit like this. It's got a little more going on.
you probably have had many more dark lagers than I have. So,
It was something I've tried and I like, and yeah, I can see where that.
but you are Ninkasi.
I am Mr.
By the way,
Mr.
Ninkasi-fied. What does that mean? Were you swimming around in tanks or something?
I don't know, but we need to move on to the next beer. What's
no,
coming up?
That just means they make it stronger
Oh, okay.
and more bitter. Yeah, we're done with that one.
Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, the Tricera hops.
Tricera Next one up is the Tricera Hops Double IPA. So, you know, heavy on bitterness units, 100 bitterness units, compared to Total Dominant at 66 and Slayer at 50, and a regular at 40 something.
Yep.
Double the hops, double the malts, high
Big
octane,
alcohol.
8.8 octane rating.
Dang, this is
IPA.
your style here.
My mouth is
Triple
watering.
hop.
Oh yeah, we'll tell this last one.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the gate, I just gotta say smooth. For that minute's bitterness that's supposed to be on an IPA, I mean, it's very smooth.
That's
Considering
just
it.
delicious.
Oh,
It really is.
This is excellent.
I mean,
you in love?
if you're a hop head, this is just a must.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to
Yeah.
have, if you're going to have 4 big triple hopped IPAs in your fridge, this has to be one of them.
Man,
Just-
these guys,
You know what?
they
Yeah.
knocked it out on
You-
this one.
You know how, too, it's been sitting here a while. I like it a little room temperature. I like a room temperature.
Oh,
So-
no question. As it warms up, that flavor
You're
comes
starting
out
to
of
get
it.
Yeah.
And
That's the thing about when you're like you're in, you know, it takes you a while to get used to drinking beers in England, but they have more flavor when they're warmer.
Oh, no question.
Coldness
Absolutely
kills
no
the
question.
flavor in beers.
Yeah, you would never want to serve this beer in a cold glass.
No.
No way.
I
No
want
way.
another.
Sacrilegious.
I want another.
You want a pint? I can tell what he's
Oh, we
getting
haven't been
last.
doing pints since.
You know what? I'd say
That's next.
yeah, but I know they don't do it. But give me a freaking growler of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, growler in a straw.
All right, well, let me just recap and just say schooner, pint.
Yeah, there you go.
Schooner, pint, schooner,
This is all
pint,
getting
pint.
cut, right?
I can't remember.
I would pint the Slayer and the
Didn't we go
Tricera
to-
hops.
Wasn't
Yeah.
the last Slayer?
Yeah.
Oh, Total Dom was in there.
Total Dom, you got to have 2. That's a pint. I mean, how can you not have a pint of that?
Come on, man.
It's only in this
I was just-
because.
I was still just so captivated by the Tricera hops. I
Yeah,
forgot
there you
about
go.
the
I know
Total
it's
Dom.
hard to remember anything after that. Tricera hops is very good.
Well, they've been brewing those beers the longest. Total Domination and Tricera hops.
Yeah. Right on.
Thank you for joining us again here at the beer table. We are here at McKay's Tap House. Brewers Night tonight with Ninkasi Brewery. Beers were fantastic, pretty much every one of them. Please leave us a comment below or subscribe above here someplace. So again, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Good
you
night.
from the beer table. See you next week.
Welcome back to the beer table. We're here at McKay's Tap House. Tonight is Brewers Night. We're going to be tasting Ninkasi beers. I am Tom.
And I'm Alan.
I'm Gary.
And I'm John.
No, you're Ninkasi.
I'm Ninkasi.
Blue Man Group. Ninkasi or Blue Man
Which
Group,
does
one
mean
of the two.
goddess of beer and brewing.
Yes, you are a goddess.
I'm a goddess?
God, yeah. God, you are a goddess.
So as usual, with our breweries, we'll start out with a little bit of general information. Ninkasi is a relatively new brewery. They started brewing in June of 2006 at they leased a little German brew pub place in Springfield, Oregon. They started out there. They were only there a year. In 2007, they moved. Oh, and that was a 15-barrel plant or brew pub. In 2007, they moved to a place just around the corner in Eugene, Oregon, to a 50-barrel system. And have been brewing there ever since.
Brewery is fantastic. It's a destination kind of brewery. It had a great vibe to it. Yeah, it was packed full of people. The beer garden was huge. So I mean, it's a must. If you're in Eugene, please stop at Ninkasi.